What's up, gents? Trader J, Yoda, the beard. Hey guys, just wanted to bring you some CPI data. I know everybody's wondering what's going to happen, but let's be honest, we really don't know what's going to happen. But we did want to bring you a few scenarios we thought were likely to play out. So I'm just literally going to turn it over to Yoda, let him explain the charts and what we possibly see coming in tomorrow as soon as we get the read and before we get the read.
Absolutely. Let's dive in. So we've charted the last 3 CPI readings, okay? I'm going to go over those right now, and then we'll go over our scenarios, all right? So I'm going to bring these up into view. We have the reading on November 9th, and we have a pump and dump scenario.
Well, we actually dumped into the reading,
Right.
then pumped, and then redumped.
Right, so to be clear, the post-reading, or during reading, post-reading,
Correct.
action. So we already know what happened already so far. So let's look at what's gonna happen, or what could happen, and what has happened in the past after reading. So we pumped, we dumped. This next one, pumped, we dumped, okay, on December 12th. Then we have the 12th January, we pumped and pumped, okay. Now each of these readings came out, the forecast was correct, and they were reductions on each one of these. All right. The current forecast is 6.2, with the previous being 6.5. So
a 0.3 reduction.
right, and the other ones I think were a little bit higher as far as the reduction quality, or the reduction actual.
We actually had a 7.9 to 7.2, and then a 7.2 to 6.5.
Yes. So a little bit higher of a reduction. So with that being said, let's dive into our chart analysis and the structure we're in and what we see as the 3 possible scenarios given the chart structure and the forecasted for what we see happening. So here we're in a falling wedge. We have price respecting even the heart line here, plenty of respect right here, and respect on the top side and the bottom side. So we see what chart structure we're in. We have one touch that's considered one touch. We have a second, and then we have our forecasted third and third. And then we have the magenta line. So we also have right here at the inflection point of all of our forecasted possible scenarios, we have this cluster here, and it's also the top of the CME gap fill, wouldn't you know. So in the scenario in the yellow line, I'll just describe these. We have a CPI reading, pump into it, and then a dump. Pump and dump, just like reading number 1 and reading number 2 of the past 3. Then we have a slightly less a slightly increased on the forecasted, but maybe around the actual. Maybe they meet up. Maybe it's a 6.5. And we have a dump, and then we have an almost gap fill like we did in 2020, and everyone's looking at it, and then we pump up right on the top of it. And then we have a horrible CPI reading, and nobody's happy, and we have a dump, massive dump scenario, and we fill the gap, we come down, we hit this price area right here, which has plenty of confluence on this bottom red line here, as you can see. We have plenty of price action respecting it, and so that's why we put our first bounce zone right there. Okay. Now, in these scenarios, when you zoom out, and we'll get another video out that shows a little bit of a macro outlook that we have differing opinions, but if the chart structure that it paints here in the magenta, or even the magenta playout or these other 2 playouts, we have a higher low possibility, a possibility of a higher low. And in the other 2 scenarios, the purple and the yellow, we have a touch on this low now, or this high, sorry, swing high. We have this swing high, which I consider, which is debatable whether this is another swing high. But we'll talk about this one here because of the fact that it's right here where we almost reached, but we didn't. And our measured move of this pattern puts us right at that range, which could be a double topping and possible rejection point. We'll analyze these things as it all plays out. All these, whatever scenario plays out, we'll analyze it. We're going to be putting out many videos. But first, I'd like to, before we end this video, it's just a short video, just a CPI leading up to video. We'll give you Jason's take on these scenarios and then my take, and we'll tell you about what we're about to do here in this next couple weeks. So, Jason, what's your vote?
Well, I gotta tell you, I really think it's the dump and dump scenario. And let me tell you why. Magenta. Yep. The reason being is because listening to Pal last week just seemed scripted to me. I think it's much worse than everybody thinks, and I think that the forecast is going to come in higher than expected. Now, this is a very small percentage scenario, but it's been a while since we've had a surprise, and it just seems to me like it's time for a big surprise, a big reach around from good old Palski.
Yeah, I mean, he did come out very weird. We were talking about this earlier that
almost scripted. I don't know.
They were asking questions in the gallery area, and he just seemed to read off of the paper as if it was a Q&A pre-sent to him. It wasn't.
Take it easy, pal. Just take it easy, buddy. You need to be more calm and dovish in this meeting.
Yeah, it was like these questions were definitely not a surprise to him, like they were in previous meetings. So I could see how he had some kind of thing going on. Behind the scenes, I don't know exactly what the whole play here was on that. Perhaps he has data that is front running our data. I don't know. So he votes magenta as a higher CPI reading forecast and previous, which would be very bad because we see that CPI is making a comeback. It came down from 3% or 3% cut over the last few months, and now we have a little bit of reprieve, and it's going to climb up a little bit, showing that inflation's not in control. And
yeah, we're still at 40-year high inflation though, just so you know.
So that's his standpoint. I'm going to go ahead and vote for a pump and dump, that we're going to play the yellow line. And I think that we're going to come in at forecasted, but it's not good enough for us to get a real breakout. So we still have to bait all the CME guys, meaning everybody. I feel like we got to bait them all in. And this is a lot of pain here. Not max, it's a lot of pain because we have this pump and we just slam it back down. We get close to CME. All the shorts are like, nope, I'm staying in with my short because we're so close. We touch the top of the gap. We dipped our tip, and we're gonna fill this gap. We're gonna fill the gap. Okay, we're gonna fill it real good, right here. But then, whoopsie, rip it on up, hit all the stops, liquidate as much as people as we can. Nobody went long because they see this huge crash and collapse, and then they rip it up, and by the time people are long, you get all these late longs. So I vote yellow line, and we'll see how it plays out. And we'll be able to look back on this video, make a new video, and tell you guys how it went, and give you guys a new outlook based on price action after the fact. So we'll keep this chart up, and we'll come back to this chart. We have a lot of videos coming out here in the next 2 weeks. One video a day?
We do. We're going to do one video a day, at least Monday through Friday. We want to start getting some serious content out there. And we want you guys to have as much as possible. We're also going to be doing some stuff for the live stream. So just be ready. We're going to be pumping out a lot of content. We're obviously still building. We're looking forward to it.
Behind the scenes, we've been digging really deep into the charts, historical data. We've been looking at different metrics. So we wanted to get all that out, but the problem is to, compress it down into certain amount of videos, just it's not likely, and there's just too much. So we want to put it out over a series of videos. Plus, we have a couple of series that we might kick off.
Yep.
We have a surprise series that we've been talking about and getting everything set up in the background. So
we think it'd be a lot of fun.
We might do episode 1 and 2 over the course of these 2 weeks of videos we're putting out. So stay tuned. You guys are gonna like those, by the way. It's a brand new twist, something that you guys are not ready for.
Something no one's ever seen before. So
no, it's it's revolutionary to the crypto space. So,
anyways, guys,
right.
Do us a favor, smash that like and subscribe. Visit our website at moonbearnetwork.com. Also, we have our 24/7 live stream that runs, obviously 24/7, 365. Make sure to visit us there, like and subscribe. Again, more content coming. If you want to join the Moon Bear Network private Telegram so you can get free trade alerts, you can do that on our website also. See you guys later. Next video. Peace.
All right, guys.
Good luck. Be safe for CPI.
Later.